Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to leverage your Roth IRA as an emergency fund. One of the most common problems that personal investors grapple with is whether to build up their emergency fund or whether to start investing in their retirement accounts. This is especially true because Roth IRAs have annual contribution deadlines. So sometimes it can be hard to decide whether or not you want to put your money into an emergency fund or to put your money towards your Roth IRA so that you hit that deadline. In this video, I'm going to discuss a strategy that lets you have your cake and eat it too. So let's dive in. Before we get too far, it's important to set some definitions. A Roth IRA is a retirement account that lets you contribute $6,000 in after-tax earnings. Since the money that you contribute to your Roth IRA has already been taxed, you're not going to be taxed on it whenever you actually withdraw that money. And this tax-free growth can really make a difference in the overall growth of your retirement accounts. Emergency funds typically have three main priorities, and these can be easily remembered by the acronym SLI. SLI stands for safety, liquidity, and yield. And the order matters here. So the most important part of an emergency fund is safety. An emergency fund is money that you set aside to cover large, unexpected expenses. This can include unforeseen medical expenses, auto expenses, replacing an appliance, or repairing something in your home. And the costliest of all of these is unemployment. So money in your emergency fund should be safe from fluctuations in the market. So you don't want this money to be invested because if the market crashes, then you don't want to sell off at that loss. The liquidity priority refers to the availability of these assets. An emergency fund should be accessible whenever you need it, without any restrictions or penalties. Typical examples of accounts with good liquidity are savings accounts, checking accounts, and cash. Though I don't recommend keeping too much cash on hand because it can be stolen, lost, or even eaten by mice, which might sound crazy, but it happens to more people than you think. The third priority of an emergency fund is yield. This point refers to how much the emergency fund is making you or losing you by being invested the way it is. This is probably the most painful realization when it comes to an emergency fund because cash typically loses 2 to 3% to inflation every single year, and savings accounts and checking accounts don't really offer too much in terms of interest. So oftentimes it's really tempting to invest your emergency fund so you can see that growth in that money. But that is going against the very first priority of the emergency fund, which is safety. So as painful as it is, it's better to resist the urge to move this money. It's typically better to view your emergency fund as a financial asset and not worry about the returns. When it comes to how much you should actually keep in your emergency fund, I would recommend starting out with $1,000. When you hit this $1,000 mark, I would then recommend moving up to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. This ensures that if you do in fact hit that worst case scenario, that you will be fine for at least 3 to 6 months. One of the most common mistakes that people make when it comes to emergency funds is that they treat their credit card as an emergency fund. Unused credit limits are a horrible fallback whenever times get tough. This is bad for two reasons. The first being that credit debt has really high interest rates, and it can be really difficult to pay off this debt, especially when you don't land right back on your feet. The second is that credit card companies have the right to cut your credit limit at any time. And they typically do this in a recession, which is exactly when people need to rely on their emergency fund most. So do yourself a favor and don't treat your credit limit as an emergency fund. So how can a Roth IRA help with growing an emergency fund? Well, if you, like many investors out there, feel it's difficult to build up this 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in an emergency fund, this could be for you. You can contribute to your Roth IRA as you normally would, but the key is to not invest this money in ETFs or mutual funds. Leave it alone in your settlement account. This is, in essence, leaving it in as close to a cash form as you can. And while you can withdraw this money at any time without penalties, the main drawback to this strategy is that the money in your Roth IRA is slightly less liquid than cash. Withdrawals from your Roth often require at least some paperwork, which can cause a slight delay. So it's important to at least have 1 month's worth of expenses in the bank before you use this strategy. Another major drawback of this strategy is that it's really best to keep your money in your Roth for as long as possible. If you're tapping into this money for emergencies, you're losing the fact that your Roth can compound your money for decades without ever having to pay tax on it again, which is the major benefit of the Roth in the first place. But despite these drawbacks, keeping your cash in the Roth gives you the freedom to still contribute to an emergency fund while also hitting those annual Roth IRA contribution limits, making it a really strong strategy overall. So in conclusion, emergency funds are really important, but you don't need to sacrifice missing those Roth IRA contribution deadlines to build up your emergency fund. Thank you all so much for watching. If you found this content useful, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.